ladies and gents. I'm back at Mousehole. I am on Kingfisher Lake and I am in swim 11. I drew number 1 on Kingfisher Lake in the draw, and one of my friends really wanted that swim, so me being me, swapped it with him. Now this is not fishing like it did last year. Last year loads of fish came out. I think there's been about 4 so far on this lake and 1 on the other lake. It is fishing very hard. You have to put some proper effort into it. Now, tactic wise and bait wise, what I'm using. So, tactic wise, I am on the Gemini inline system on 1 rod. I'm using the Bloodworm PVA bag mix that I got a discount on at £20, and I have got a 15mm Pacific tuna boilie single on my left rod, because it's only 2 rods only in this little match. I have a clip system on with my trusty rig and I've got a Pacific tuna on that as well, but I am using PVA netting with the 4mm Bloodworm pellet mixed with a little bit of 10mm Pacific tuna boilies. Obviously I'm threading that through the hair, hooking it all onto my rear clip and then whacking it out. Now last night I had 2 runs and missed them, 2 errors of myself, and also had a fish last night at 16#8 with a nice common, which I will put the pictures up. I didn't know if I was doing a video this week because I've been quite poorly, bit of a sore throat, cough, high fever, but I still managed to get out fishing. And a bit ill at home, I might as well be ill on the bank. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll show you the Bloodworm PVA mix in a minute, and also do a clip of the lake and where my swim spots are. But it has been quiet. There has been plenty showing, but it's been showing at the other end. Not so much down this end, so it's calf end if you know the lake. There's a lot of jumping and a lot of feeding bubbles down that end, and most of the fish have come from that end as well, so I'm directly pretty much bang in the middle. So I was quite lucky to get what I've got already, and I think tonight I'll probably pull a couple more out of the bag. It's not going to be easy work though. I'm going to have to work at it. I don't know what else to say at the moment. There's not much going on except for both my brothers are fishing the Kestrel Lake. My uncle's had a 34-pound out of swim 6 on the Kestrel Lake. So that's the biggest fish out of the weekend so far at both lakes. But my brother Darren's moaning about the aerators on the lake. We've got 4 on that small lake. And every time he feels like he's getting a bite, it's not. There's loads of sticks and weed in his swim, and the aerator's just chucking it all up. And he's in swim 3, which is meant to be a pretty good swim over there. I've fished that before and had 6 fish out of there, and I had my PB out of that swim as well. So it'll be a bit upsetting if the aerator that he's put in has ruined that swim, because, as I said, it's my PB swim. So hopefully there's a way around it. But apart from that, I'll keep you updated on any all the pictures that we'll get of the fish will be posted up as well. So this is the view from my bivvy. So there are my new rods. I managed to get them swapped. I managed to get 3 Fox EOS's Pros for 3 Daiwa Black Widows and a Daiwa Black Widow spud rod, which I thought, considering my Black Widows were in worse nick than what these are pretty much brand new, was a really good deal. The reason for my swap is I feel that these ones, they're probably not, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like these Fox EOS's are a lot lighter than the Black Widows. So that's why I've gone for them. So I've christened these rod sets today as well. I've got that new COE Lion on as well in grey, which I've had no issues with at the moment. So that was a good buy at £24. So yeah, let's get back to what we want to talk about. So this is my messy bivvy. I seem to always mess up my bivvy. You know, how long I've been here. As soon as I get here, it's like bomb's gone off. I've tied it up like 4 times a trip. Nobody else is like that. So I have this tree hanging down here, and I've got no bait boat. Everybody else is using bait boats. I haven't got one. I don't believe. I think they're hassle. So I'm casting one under this tree, and I've got one on the side here. And then Rod the bailiff said there's a little yellow plant right here. And he said about rod length 4 foot or whatever away from it, and sit in the middle. So what I've been doing is that I'm keeping to my swims here and here for now, because I've had a fish out of this one and I've lost 2 out of this one. So I'm keeping that for now, and then maybe if it goes really quiet, I've started baiting up a little bit there, so I'm baiting up all that long pretty much. But we'll see. You see, at the moment, if I'm catching fish or hooking into fish at least, I should stick with it, eh? But it's a nice bit of water. Said you ain't got a lot, but I tell you what, they've done these swims up pretty nicely too. Every single swim's been done up on the lake, and they've got like these stones, which is quite nice because you ain't got to have your mat down on your bivvy, like your ground sheet. And even when you run on them barefoot, it's quite nice. It just doesn't hurt your feet or anything. So if you're like me and like to take your shoes off at night time, you ain't got to worry. It looks like, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a carp on top where my bait will be just underneath that. I think he's moved over now. I think he's going over this way. You see that, ripples? Now, there's 21 of us on here. One of us didn't be able to make it, unfortunately. I had to give a shout out to Peter King, who is one of our fishermen that come over on a yearly basis. Unfortunately, he's had some health issues and wasn't able to come this time. So we managed to rake up the money for him and give him his money back, so we didn't have to lose that. But we just want to say, Pete, we're all thinking about you, mate, and a speedy recovery, okay? Now I've got a few bits. I'd like to show a little bits of my new tackle that I get every now and then. I'm trying to think about what's new, what I've not shown. So obviously we know about the rods. They're new, the reels ain't, they're old. I've got this new power bank that my brother made me. It's got USB lights, a car charger and all that sort of thing in it, which is powering my tracker fan. It's keeping me nice and cool. And that's it really. All the rest of it's all my old stuff. And my new rods, is it? So what do I want in the future? I want some new reels to match my rods. I have to have it matching, so them reels will be going eventually. I need a new chair. This chair's starting to get a bit old a little bit. And some new tackle boxes. Bed's still okay, still does the job, I suppose. Sleeping bag still does the job. I've had a sleeping bag for years. It's a Fox Infinity. But eventually I want a new BB. Oh, and my new alarms, the new Fox gizmos that I want, Gizmo 2s. We'll see what the missus says for the birthday of that one. This is the last day of our trip. And there's about an hour and 30 minutes left of the match. I had another fish last night, about £21. I don't think it's going to be enough to get me anywhere, just because someone down the end's had 3. And it's not the biggest either. There's a trophy for the biggest fish and a trophy for the most. I can pull one out in the next hour and a half, and then I'll probably win both if the fish is over £23. There's always a chance. I've had a bleep or 2 on the rod. Would be funny, wouldn't it? Winning it 4 times in a row. I need to shave and a shower, man. But yeah, it's been a nice weekend, relaxing. Don't have to worry about too much. Considering how rough I've been and the swim I've got, I've not let myself down. I've done pretty well. You just can't win all the time. It's what it is. Speak to you in a minute.